master keycard. Just as he was about to open the room, Carlos suddenly appeared and beat him up. Carlos was a principled guard, but only when money was involved. After receiving 10,000 euros, Carlos immediately switched sides and helped Ivan install a hidden camera. He was impressed by Ivan's methods and was tired of being a security guard. He asked to join Ivan as a partner. Since Carlos was skilled in combat and Ivan needed help at the start of his rise, the two quickly formed an alliance. Back in Spain, Ivan chose the day of the politician's party to make his move, bringing a carefully prepared gift that could destroy his reputation and ruin his family. His goal was simple: to make the politician act as a middleman and introduce him to powerful figures in politics and business. Most of these elites already had business ties with Francisco and trusted him deeply, so they would never accept a stranger easily. Seeing Ivan's gaze, the politician immediately understood and stepped in as guarantor, claiming they were close friends and completely reliable. With his endorsement, the others had no choice but to accept. With this connection secured, Ivan's business exploded overnight. His operations expanded rapidly, and he quickly reached the peak of success. But as he grew stronger, he also drew the attention of the police. One day, Ivan and Carlos had just finished a job and were heading upstairs when a BMW suddenly cut them off. Carlos stepped forward to argue, but the other side immediately attacked with a hammer. Ivan was also knocked down, and they warned him, "Leave immediately, or next time he would be killed and dumped into the sea." Ivan was not someone who backed down easily. The bigger the risk, the greater the reward. The next day, he went directly to Francisco's estate. Francisco couldn't help but be impressed by Ivan's boldness. Ivan stated clearly that he would not leave, but promised he would no longer take Francisco's clients and would split half of all profits with him. Francisco accepted, since getting half the profit without doing anything was a good deal no matter how he looked at it. But in reality, this was all Ivan's stalling tactic. He had already realized he was being watched by the police. His cooperation with Francisco was part of a larger setup. Anna had secretly made a deal with the police. Within 1 month, she would gather enough evidence to convict Francisco in exchange for her own freedom. Everything was part of a carefully designed plan. With Francisco arrested, all officials linked to him were taken down as well, and Spain entered a nationwide anti-money laundering crackdown. Ivan's business collapsed overnight. To regain his position at the top, he had no choice but to take the risk of working with the mafia again. Despite each of them previously having their own laundering methods, Ivan and Anna's approach was clearly more professional. Most importantly, they took a smaller cut than others. After connecting with the mafia, Ivan's life once again went smoothly. However, disaster struck. One day, Anna angrily told Ivan that all their Swiss bank sub-accounts had been frozen. Not only their own money, but also billions of euros belonging to the mafia that had not been properly laundered were stuck. Ivan felt like he had been struck by lightning. The police were clearly preparing to move against them. To secure their future, they had to run immediately. Money could be earned again, but getting arrested meant losing everything. But before they could get far, a van suddenly blocked their car. It was the drug traffickers. Seeing them,